All right, I'm gonna go through how I set up my OBS to have replay buffer on automatically and how to have multiple audio tracks. I'm gonna go really fast, so slow it down and pause it whenever you need. And then at the end of the video, I'm gonna explain all my settings and everything like that. But at first, it's just gonna be my process, okay? You press the plus button here, do display capture so that it captures your screen instead of having it black here. And then you go to settings, output, change this to advanced, then recording, copy all these settings. Audio track, I'm going to explain a little bit. Don't worry about it for now. Copy these settings. These aren't going to work for you maybe, but I'll explain it later. Enable replay buffer over here. Maximum replay time. This is how long your clip's going to be in seconds. Okay. You go to hotkeys. You scroll down all the way to replay buffer. Choose your keybind here. Okay. Replay or OBS doesn't start with replay buffer already on. To change that, you need to go to the shortcut on your desktop, right click on it, properties, and at the end of the target here, go all the way to the end. Okay. After the quotation mark, you do space dash dash start replay buffer. Okay. That makes it so when you start OBS, it automatically starts with replay buffer on. Okay. You know, you don't have to worry about turning it on, forgetting or whatever. All right. Now to make this so it starts up automatically with the PC, you press Windows R, and then you do shell semicolon startup. Okay, you press OK, you copy and paste this shortcut, and then paste it here. Okay, paste. I don't need to do it though. So now you have OBS working, everything's good. And now I'm going to teach you how to do multiple audio tracks. And basically, this is a very underrated feature that makes it so you can separate audio tracks for different applications. So you can turn down the Discord call, or you can turn up your mic, or turn down your music, whatever you need to do. Okay, it's very cool. You need to do this, in my opinion. So your recording doesn't have multiple people talking on it, and you don't have to mute the whole clip. Okay. To set this up, first of all, what I did is I installed SteelSeries GG. You go through and you set up Sonar. Sonar is very easy to set up. What it does is that it splits your device, your audio device, into multiple channels. Okay, so I have my game on this one, my Discord and everything like that on this one, my Spotify, my browser, whatever on this one. Okay, so once you set that up and you make sure that every app has that, like every app is going through the right audio channel, uh, you go back to OBS and then you do the plus, the audio output capture, you do whatever here, okay? And then I don't need to do it though. So here, this is how it's gonna look, right? You just click on the device and make sure that you use the right device, right? So like I said, my Spotify is going through my media one, so I'm playing it through the media device, okay? Now, my Spotify, whenever I play music, it's gonna play just here. It's not gonna play through the desktop audio one, right? Because that's a different audio device, right? The same thing with my Discord. It's gonna play through a different audio device. Okay, so now when I record a clip and my music's too loud or someone's yapping in my call, in my Discord call, I just go through any editing software that allows me to have multiple audio tracks like After Effects, Sony Vegas, multiple other ones. I think even CapCut does it. Okay, I can choose the audio track that I want and delete it, right? But to set it up in the recording so that it does that, you need to go to your output settings and notice how I had 4 audio tracks, but I need to check 5 boxes here. Okay. And the reason I did that is so that when I go here, this is to control what track has what audio. Okay. The first track is going to have everything. So if I just want to watch the video, I don't want to edit it or anything, the first track is what's going to play and it's going to play everything. Okay. The second track is just going to play the first thing. Right. And then the third track is just going to play the second thing and so on and so forth. Okay. Just copy these settings. Just make sure that you have one track that has everything on it. So you don't need to go into an editing software to watch every clip. You know what I mean? Okay. Now I explained everything and how to run it and everything like that. Let me go through each step in detail. So if my settings didn't work for you, you can figure out how to fix it. Okay. The display capture instead of the game capture, in my opinion, is better because I personally will forget because in game capture, you have to change the window of what you're capturing every single time you change the game. I play many games and I know I'm going to forget to do that, right? So if I'm playing Valorant and I switch over to Apex, it's not going to record Apex unless I go on here and change the window that the game capture is recording. Okay. And also you have to play in full screen mode, which I don't like. People don't like display capture because it's a hit on performance, so they say, but the difference is negligible. You won't notice it. Okay. Unless you have like a really terrible PC, then in that case, this is the least of your worries. Okay. Um, Another setting that people struggle with, I struggled with it a lot, is the encoder settings. The encoder settings, the point of them is to compress the video that you record, but also make it so that the quality is good. Okay, so what you get out of this is good quality video with a file size that's not too big. Okay, if these settings don't work for you, just Google encoder settings for OBS, and Reddit will show you a bunch of different presets that you can try. Okay, they're going to show you CBR, CQP, and VBR. In my opinion, VBR is the best, but that's just my opinion. I'm not an expert. Lossless is not good. Do not use lossless. Okay, if you notice that you use this recording, you go into a game and record your game, just mess around, like spin in circles, do whatever, right? And just look at the file size, look at the quality, and make sure that it's not choppy. Okay, if it's choppy, you're going to need to lower this, and also maybe lower the length of your video. Okay, this number here is important, the 660 for me. It might be less for you, it might be more. Okay, just the point of this is how much RAM is your PC going to use to record. For me, 3 minutes back. Okay, for you, it might be a minute, minute and a half, whatever. Okay, just make sure that the amount of RAM it's using isn't causing your PC to be stressed. Okay, so keep in mind this is still less than shadow play and less than metal and all of that. Okay, you just need to find the settings that work for you and make the clip good quality, right? Other settings that might mess you up is when you're setting up the audio devices, like Discord, for example, you can go into the audio settings in Discord and make it so the output device is the SteelSeries Sonar chat. Okay, Spotify, Chrome, whatever, you go into the settings here in your sound settings, and then you scroll down until you see volume mixer. Okay, then click on the device or the apps that you need. I don't think Spotify shows up here. I think Spotify has its own settings for that. Okay, but Chrome, for example, you can do here, and then output device, you change it to whatever you want. Okay, and then that way, that in OBS, you can just do that audio device as a separate track. Okay, there's other ways to do this. You can also do application capture, but it's easier to just do it this way, right? So that's everything. If you need any help with anything else, let me know. Comment, DM me on Twitter, anything. I'll be glad to help you.